Hey, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of Project with Chaz. How the freak am I gonna do that? Today we have my 1989 Volkswagen Vanagon, and it's having trouble starting. It's an oldie but a goodie, but I think I have a clogged fuel filter because it'll turn over but it won't start. So I've bought a new fuel filter. The one on it's a few years old, but I just did a road trip and I took the tank down to empty, and I think maybe there is some crap in the gas tank that clogged up the fuel filter. So that's the first thing I'm going to check. Could be the fuel pump, could be a number of things, but it'll want to start when I shoot some starting fluid into the air filter, which I'm going to show you. There's the dog. I just want you to hear what it sounds like. Oh, see, it'll start and it'll want to take off, but it's cut off, like it's not receiving fuel. So it could be a number of things, but let's start with the fuel filter. Let's get under it and get her done. All right, so that's the fuel filter. There's a screw over here, there's a screw there, and then I gotta take a screw out of here to get this bracket off that holds it into place. I'm gonna get an oil pan to catch any fuel that might shoot out of here, and maybe some vice grips to clamp this off. I loosened that, and it's just a little clamp that goes into like some slots. So once you loosen it up, it'll pop out of the slots, and once we disconnect these, this will just slide off and slide it onto the new one. Let me just slide that out of the way. And I'll do the other one. All right, I got this other one loosened up. I'm going to slide that down. Now the hard part, I need to get this off of the filter, so I'm going to do some finagling and get this hose off and then drop this out. All right, so I got fuel in the fuel filter. Seems to be coming out. Maybe it's not the fuel filter, but I'm going to put a new one on just in case. We'll find out. I'm going to let that drain. That's the fuel pump. It could be the fuel pump that's not pumping gas. That could be leftover fuel from earlier. I'm draining the excess gas into my lawnmower because I'm cheap like that. Old fuel filter. This is the new one, the Bosch. I need to take this little bracket off. That's a Bosch as well. And stick it on here. Now there's a little arrow showing which way the fuel goes. I know there's the gas tank, the fuel line, the fuel's going back to the engine. So it needs to go this way. So you gotta pop these caps off, get it in this bracket, hook the lines back up. Stick this back into place and just reverse what I just did. Put this clamp, put this back in, the clamps, this one, and then we'll fire it up, or see if it'll fire up. And if not, then this will be my next step, new fuel pump. Or at least I'll check to see if it's working. Okay, you don't want to cinch these up so tight that you cut a groove into your hose. But this thing's in there nice and solid. Give it a tug, make sure nothing's gonna come off. Now I'm going to try to fire it up. All right, let's see what happens. Ooh, got a little noise. Come on. So I'm going to add some high octane 93 gas, and I'm going to add a little bit of sea foam and see if she fires up. I showed you where the fuel filter is on a 89 Vanagon. Unfortunately, that was not my problem. So next step is fuel pump and maybe plugs. Usually I only crack a beer for successful projects, but I think I successfully showed you where the fuel filter is and changed that out. So it's hot as nuts out, sweating my sack off. I'm gonna have a beer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.